It's not once around the clock. It's a sprint race, and it's go time from Sebring. Pipo Derani leads them to the green. And Renger van der Zande has jumped into second place, or at least is trying to, as they head into one.
Yeah, he clears Montoya, and that opens up the door for Tristan Nunez in the championship, leading number 77. The Arctic White Mazda there moves up to third early.
Look at Renger trying to go around the outside of Pipo Derani. Can't get it done. Slots back into second as they enter turn 5.
Helio Castroneves up to 5th. Delays for the number 5 Mustang sampling car. They had to start from pit lane, so they're on the back foot a little bit.
That's Sebastian Bourdais starting in that car. Top 3 have scooted away a little bit. Derani in the red car. The black car is the Wayne Taylor Racing Cadillac of van der Zande, and then the white car is the Mazda. They were 1-2 with the 55 winning at Daytona. This is Tristan Nunez in the white 77 car. A little further back, there's the 2 Acura Team Penske cars. Juan Pablo Montoya leading Helio Castroneves in the yellow and orange machines. So what a start by the 911 in GTLM. And Fred Makovicky. The Corvette's running 2-3 right now, and they flip-flopped.
On the run down to turn 7, first lap, so Gavin's got an awesome start, and Vantor just sticks it down the inside. They're never short of aggression, these Porsche factory drivers, AJ.
Yeah, they're aggressive with each other on the outlaps into the first practice session. When it comes to fighting these Corvettes, you know they're going to be very aggressive, especially knowing that Laurens Vanthoor was so upset with his qualifying effort.
It's the 912 of Laurens Vanthoor, 4th to 1st. The 911 is in 4th, and then Corvettes in between them.
And this is what I talked about, guys. You just can't. You can have 1 mulligan, maybe 2, but you can't have 3. And we see an LMP2 car stopped on the racetrack. Number 8 possibly.
The Tower Motorsport by Starworks LMP2. John Ferrano started in this one. Ryan Dial's his teammate. They had a couple of offs in practice this morning. One of them, they got a lot of help on.
Yeah, they got attacked by one of the Porsches down into turn 5. A little bit of damage to the left rear corner. This looks more of a mechanical type, electronic type issue, just stranded on the racetrack. We've only had cautions in 3 of the last 7 races. 4 of the last 7 have gone caution free, but I'm not sure we're going to see that here today. And there you see that answer very quickly.
Just a moment ago, we saw a shot of GTD. There's been a lead change. The Aimvasser Sullivan Lexus cars have swapped, and here it was just a moment ago. Aaron Tielitz going around Frankie Montecalvo.
It's really easy to not get back to the power in turn 16. Very flat corner that kind of falls away from you. Looks like there Frankie wasn't able to get back to power off the exit of 16. Aaron Tielitz got a great run, was able to make the move. I'm going to blame Townsend Bell for the jinx on that.
And the Corvettes also come in. Oliver Gavin in the 4, Jordan Taylor in the 3. Well, 4 is going to get away there. Oh, 3 gets ahead of him. We also got the GTD leaders down on pit road. Oh, there's a wreck here. The 912 Porsche actually lost his nose here right in front of the Aimvasser Sullivan GTD leaders. You can see it there, the damage on the 912. I believe he might have gotten into the 911, guys. Absolute chaos having the GTD and GTLM full fields on pit road.
And the 2 Corvettes were pretty close together. The 3 actually jumped the 4. So let's get an aerial look to see what happened here. Exiting. So those are the Aimvasser Sullivan Lexus GTD cars in front, the yellow and black cars. And then the 2 Porsches come together with the number 4 Corvette on their outside that impacted their exits.
Yeah, Tandy responded to the Corvette on his flank and then just clouded his teammate there and tore off. Just watch this.
Oh,
just got squeezed there a little bit. From that head on, it didn't look like he moved much to the right. From the overhead, I thought he did more.
On board the 912 now. This is Vanthoor's view, or really it's just a view of Vanthoor. You can imagine his response. So what are you thinking, AJ?
It's just a tight pit lane. I felt like nobody did anything wrong. You could see the 4 car struggling to try to get around the 3 car, which allowed the 3 car to beat him out. And then as we're 3 wide here, Calvin, look, see the 911, 912, it's just too tight.
Yeah, you do see from that angle that the 911 does veer to the right, and he just snicks that left front corner of the fender there and just tears it off. And the problem with this pit stop, guys, is it wasn't a full fuel load going on, so it really puts the pressure on the teams to execute that 4-tire change. Corvette, I'm not sure if they took all 4, but they certainly beat the Porsches out of pit lane, and that just made it really tight for what was the leader coming in.
Back to green, Parker, and it's still Pipo Derani, challenged though by Renger van der Zande, the 2 Cadillacs out front. Then it's the Acura of Montoya, and the Mazda of Bomarito jumped his teammate during the pit stop exchange.
Because you're looking at 34 seconds for a full fuel load. They'd only gone 30 minutes plus. Oh, problems here. 911, a big ride. Cut down tire, possibly.
Looks like the right rear.
Yep.
The right rear is cut down, and that's where the contact would have happened. In the way it is completely shredded. They have tire data going back to the timing stand, and I don't know if it would have been a slow leak. It looked like the way it happened into turn 1. Massive load on the outside right rear. Probably exploded.
And he's about 3 miles from pit lane. Let's take a look. Turns in, big load.
That's such a scary corner, too.
Yeah.
Was running third.
Fantastic job by Nick Tandy to be able to save it with that speed in turn 1. I've unfortunately crashed here several times, and it's, I can say that around a lot of the racetrack, but
oh, great stuff here as the prototypes work their way through GTD traffic. That's Steven Simpson in that yellow JDC Miller car, really threatening the Mazdas right now.
Woo. Did you see Tristan Nunez? I thought he's going to try and plow it down the inside of Robbie Foley there. And now that's given the 85 car run. He's in the dirt. Steven Simpson. They sandwich the Robbie Foley Turner Motorsports, and it's a drag race.
guys, I've been on both ends of this. I spent most of my Rolex 24-hour career in a prototype. I used to think, man, would these GT cars just get out of the way? I'm trying to race here. Then I switched the last couple of years with Meyer Shank Racing in a GT car, and I thought, wow, I've been a real jerk.
Juan Pablo Montoya, Acura versus Mazda. The Mazda had just gotten around that position, but Montoya wasn't ready to give it up.
He just stuffs it down the inside. Look how close they are coming off of turn 1 at about 130 miles an hour. And Montoya makes the move, stick down into Christensen corner. Here's the head-on approach. Almost trading paint there. Little argy-bargy maybe for Montoya, and makes it stick.
JPM, last of the late breakers. I guarantee Tristan Nunez would have thought, okay, I've cleared the pass. I've done all the hard work. Juan is not going to be able to get down the inside of turn 1. But unfortunately, for Tristan Nunez, he did.
It's the 81 Dragon Speed car. Gustavo Menezes in the car now. He's filling in for Ben Hanley. This is the first time Dragon Speed has had events the same weekend. They're running in the ELMS race. And so that's kind of split their crew a little bit. But I think Elton Julian is actually at the track this weekend at Sebring.
And he's
started
off.
that.
He runs wide there coming out of turn 5, so try to build that lead. He makes a little mistake there.
Keeping an eye on Vilander. He's headed to sunset in turn 17 right now. So I think Hawksworth has got a chance to beat him out.
Well, Brian talked about the fact that the Ferrari was stationary for about 34 seconds, did he say? And it looked like it was about 28 maybe on this car. That could be enough. It's going to be tight. It's going to be all about the in and outlets for these two guys. And Vilander will have some tire temp. Hawksworth's got to try and find some quickly.
It's about 34 seconds in the air, Calvin. 34 in the air for the 63 versus 29 for the 74.
Cold tires. Here comes Bill Auberlen. He's got a bit of tire temperature, almost a cut and paste from what we saw on the previous pit stop, with Auberlen getting out with some tire temperature, trying to put the pressure on Hawksworth down into turn 7.
Bill knows that this is his opportunity. He's got about 3 to 4 corners really to make this happen. By the time they get to turn 16, those tires should be closed up to temp. This could be a record-breaking pass if Bill Auberlen can make this happen.
Yeah, and let's not forget Vilander is behind this group, so this is for the lead right now.
Let's keep an eye on Auberlen here. Best chance is coming up as they get set to go to 16. Long straightaway, best passing opportunity coming up here.
You see Vilander in the background as we see a puncher now on the number 30 Hardpoint Audi. Been a tremendous day so far. I don't know when that occurred, but he's relatively close to pit lane, so maybe, oh, and that's tight there as they go 3 wide with traffic down, making up 4 wide into the brake zone.
Still in full fuel, and he's away in the 10.
Briscoe release, but there goes the 31 Whelen Engineering Cadillac Felipe Nasr retakes the lead with just over 37 minutes remaining.
Right now, Nasr has about a 12-second lead, but in traffic, it did get awfully tight. Let's take a look at the overhead here. A lot of traffic there. Oh, that was so close there. Just skimmed the bodywork. Let's take another look at it on board with him.
Let's just listen to him, have to check up here.
That's the team hardpoint Audi.
You can hear just a little bit of a touch there on the right side of his race car.
Pompelli's wishing he could just hit the disappear button, but you can't, and it's such a tricky part of the racetrack, the way it weaves around there through that section, AJ, down in a tower.
And this is
what can go.
Yeah, and this is what can happen in multi-class racing. 12-second lead, just a small incident like that can erase everything.
Side by side here, this is for third in GT Le Mans. Connor Di Filippi down to the inside of the Mutul liveried BMW. Bamber on the attack around the outside, down into Christensen corner, deep on the brakes.
If Bamber can hold the outside, he'll have the inside here, but Connor Di Filippi will have the inside into 5.
That is awesome racing.
Bamber's going to try to get a run off the corner here, get a toe down this back straightaway, try to make the move into turn 7. The tight hairpin, who's going to be later on the brakes?
Connor needs to keep that inside lane because Bamber's got a run on him and he's deep on the brakes.
Right around the outside, can he make it stick?
No.
No, the BMW back in front for the final podium position.
Awesome racecraft there by Connor Di Filippi, keeping it clean. Been so easy to get aggressive there and get your elbows out and potentially damage both race cars.
And the 912 has already had damage in this race after leading from 4th on the start. And this time Bamber gets it done. Great switchback.
Wow, that Porsche had some grip with those Michelin tires. Woo. Maybe a soft set of Michelin tires on there, not sure, but he rolled the outside of the BMW. That's how you make a move in turn 10.
With the 63 WeatherTech Ferrari, Tony Vielander chasing Bill Auberlen.
You can see the 63 Tony Vielander in that Ferrari, that WeatherTech Ferrari, trying to look under Bill into turn 1. It's going to get tight there, but
oh, Bill's a little bit wide. He is wide. Can he keep it together? Tony gets alongside him. He should have the inside line down into the brake zone. Bill just didn't want to give it up, just ran a little bit wide through turn 1. That gives Tony the position.
What I really noticed there was turn 17. Vielander could hold that Ferrari tight on the exit. Bill has used up his Michelin tires, that car sliding around. Tony's been very quick. The traffic just hasn't worked out for him. He's been matching Jack Hawksworth, if not a little bit quicker each lap, but traffic has hurt them in his battle trying to get around Bill Auberlen. So we got 15 minutes to go. Does he have anything left for that 14 car?
We should see the white flag with under 1.5 minutes remaining. And clear road ahead. The next car up ahead is the 911 Porsche through turn 1 right now. White flag. 1 lap to go for Action Express Cadillac, Felipe Nasr, and Pipo Derani. Let's watch the GTLM battle. It's been the closest, and the 3 is right there. Corvette and Corvette going for 2 in a row, but flip-flop. The 3 won for the first time in 3 years 2 weeks ago at Daytona. It's been 2 years since the 4 program has won. Tommy Milner trying to take it home and hold off Antonio Garcia.
Yeah, it was Long Beach 2018. I don't think any traffic's going to come into play, AJ. I did not see a lot of traffic up ahead of Tommy Milner. It's going to be mano a mano here, just a battle for the win between the two vets.
Antonio Garcia has about 3 good passing places left. One of them going down in the hairpin here, turn 7. He's definitely not close enough. Going to have to take it late on the brakes and see if he can get a good drive off turn 7 and get a run into 10. Looks like Tommy Milner is positioning that Corvette perfectly.
Well, the 31 Whelen Engineering car has been in control. Pole never gave up the lead except on pit stops. Pipo Derani 4 times at Sebring, this time in a sprint race. Felipe Nasr brings it home for Whelen Engineering, Action Express, and Cadillac. A dominant drive by over a half minute. GTLM still to be decided, but it's Corvette and Corvette. The 4 of Tommy Milner trying to hold off Antonio Garcia, who ended the slide 2 weeks ago. And Corvette has won back-to-back races. After more than 2 years without a win, they've won 2 in a row. This time, it's the number 4, Tommy Milner and Oliver Gavin, who wins for the 49th time at IMSA.
And his 7th win at Sebring. What a record.
In LMP2, Dragon Speed won the Rolex 24. This is a very different lineup for Elton Julian's crew. Henrik Hedman started. Gustavo Menezes is going to take the checkered flag. They're 2 for 2 in 2020. And now we watch for GTD and Aim Vassar Sullivan Lexus. Jack Hawksworth and Aaron Telitz go back-to-back.
Hey Motorsports fans, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit subscribe before you go for all the latest news and highlights across motorsports.